Hello, welcome back to another video on my channel, Helki Rain. Today I just wanted to jump on quickly and just talk about the pros and the cons of predictive tarot readings versus advice tarot readings. Where do I sit on the scale? I'm way more on the side of advice than I am predictive. There was a creator who really sort of changed my mind a lot about predictive readings. That was Tom Benjamin, and he had a really great series of how to really give more practical readings, actually answer the questions people have. Most of the questions people have when booking a reading is asking questions about the future, right? I definitely think if that's the way you want to go with working with the tarot, Tom's videos would be really great for you to check out. I personally much prefer advice readings because I actually feel like you can leave the reading with empowerment, with strategy of how you want to move forward in your situation, in your life. And this to me is just so much more beneficial for the client, and I don't think it really affects the reader. However, you're doing the reading if you're reading for someone else, right? My issue with predictive readings is that we live in a realm or world of free will, okay? So things are changing all the time. One thing that I see a lot when I'm giving readings is timelines or parallel lives, something like that, where there's these different paths that someone is sort of jumping between. And the more like sort of straightforward, the more predictable a person is, the less timelines they have. But if they're not that, then they will have so many different timelines that it can almost be impossible to do a predictive reading on them that's correct, because they're literally jumping different timelines, so making different decisions, unpredictable kind of person. A sudden different decision is going to lead to a different outcome. And also with predictive readings, you're also not just taking into account the client's energy and timelines, it's the person they're asking about, which often is, there's often someone else in the equation in those readings, so you're taking on that. So what I like to do to do those readings, because I do readings for people and obviously these questions come up, I'm looking at like a freeze frame in time at the moment that I'm doing the reading, exactly what the energy is reading in this moment. I always let the client know there's always a possibility of things changing, but my readings will always lean towards advice. So I can say it's looking like this now. What advice can we get from the tarot, from spirit guides for you as an individual? Like, what advice is actually going to be helpful for you in this situation to get the outcome that you desire? I think the tarot is such a great tool for us to get advice about how to move forward towards what we actually want and desire, but there has to be this open-mindedness around it, which can be hard because often people are in troubling times when they're coming for a reading, and they can be sort of honed in, zeroed in on one kind of outcome that they want, when actually what they want is quite broad, but they've decided to box it into, it has to be in this situation with this exact person. So what you want is always available to you in the universe. The more open-minded you are, you can really get some great results with the tarot in guiding you to getting what you want. I also find the tarot is like awesome for showing us our blocks. So what's blocking us from what we want is often even more the problem. So that, again, it all comes under advice. Overall, let's just say The pros of predictive readings is it can help you see exactly where things are in this snapshot of time. Most likely in the energy that you're in, this is going to happen. Obviously, if you're talking about things from the past, so has this happened, then I think you can get a much more accurate reading when it comes to predictive readings, because it's something that's happened. So if you're trying to bring to light something that you're not sure if what's going on, did something happen, I need to know, that is when predictive readings can give you exactly what you want. If someone's asking, has my partner been unfaithful, it would be quite easy to get the answer to that. But that's not really predictive, although I would put those kind of questions in that same category. When we're looking into the future, things can change at any moment, and especially when there's more than one person involved, and that's all because of timelines. That's why I think the cons of predictive readings, you can never say for sure this is correct. The other thing that I did want to mention as a con of predictive readings is that it can really influence the path you're on. It can influence where you're going, the decisions you make, and that in a sense kind of can take away your free will. And that is one of the reasons that I stopped doing the Wheel of the Year reading, where you put a card for every month and it predicts what's going to happen over that year, because it gave me anxiety. And yeah, it's not that those predictions weren't correct or they were correct, it was more of, because I set that as that's going to happen, it's like I manifested that will definitely happen even more, even though, okay, that's the energy I'm in right now at the start of the year or my birthday, whenever you start that reading, that's the energy you're in right now. And if you don't make big shifts or big changes in that, then this is likely to happen. But the thing is like when you're looking every year, every month or every week, this is the energy of this week, this is the energy of this month, it can really influence things when you could have been hopping different timelines and getting very different results. The more you focus, so where your energy goes, where your focus goes, that's what will manifest, that's what grows. Where your focus goes is what grows. So you focus on your problems, suddenly you got hella problems, okay? You focus on the positive things, suddenly so many more positive things are coming in. I know not everyone will believe that, agree with that. I don't really mind, believe what you want, but that's my reality and that's what I know. So that's why, again, predictive readings are good, because you put your focus in that direction. So yeah, predictive readings can be correct because how influential the reading has been on you thinking that's what's going to happen, that's where you're focusing. And when that is a positive is when you're getting this great predictive reading that's saying, you're going to get the job, you're going to find a lover. But these are really great predictive readings because then you're pouring your energy where your focusing goes towards those positive things that you got in that predictive reading. So you haven't got any resistance to it happening, because you're like, I know it's going to happen, it was in my reading. So when you remove resistance, which is the key to getting anything that you want, it's much more likely to come in. It's going to flow in so much more easy. So that is also a pro of predictive readings. But if you get this predictive reading that's all doom and gloom, it's not going to leave you in a great mental place. It's going to have you focusing on those things, looking for those things, waiting for those things, and more of those things will be coming in to clarify that reading for you. So that's why I prefer not to do predictive readings. I much prefer to do advice readings. So I think we can kind of see there are some pros to predictive readings, there are some cons, and then with advice readings, like I just don't really see any cons with advice readings, because you're still like completely in control of your own free will. For me personally, when I do advice readings, I always want to look at the blocks. What is blocking you from what you want? Because these can be subconscious things that we're doing. We might not have awareness around it. It's just bringing awareness to things so that we can move in the direction of what we want, right? Yeah, I don't really see any cons with advice readings, but I could be wrong. So I would love to hear your opinions in the comments down below, and let me know what you think. Let's get a conversation rolling on this. I am doing next a video on like the tarot community's unpopular opinions about tarot. I'm really excited. I wanted to record it today, but my computer wasn't working and I needed the questions on the computer because I record on my phone. I have a bunch of questions, opinions to talk about and look at in that video. But if you have more unpopular opinions, just write in the comments like my unpopular opinion, and then leave comments on that below in the comment section, and I will definitely screenshot it and talk about it in that video that I do. Also, just let me know your thoughts on predictive readings and advice readings. Are there like cons to advice readings that I've not covered very well here? But yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Share this with who you think will enjoy it, and also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That really helps me out, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.